All right, let's just imagine for a second. You wake up, it's a Tuesday, nothing special. You reach for your phone, half asleep, ready for your daily dose of cat videos, news updates, or maybe just checking if your ex finally posted something embarrassing. But then, nothing. No bars, no Wi-Fi signal, no internet. It's not just your phone, it's everything. Your laptop, your smart TV, even your fancy fridge that's supposed to order milk. It's all just blank. Think about that. The entire internet, gone for a whole week. It sounds like a sci-fi movie plot, right? Maybe a bad one. But the internet isn't just for fun and games anymore, is it? It's how we work, how we learn, how we shop, how we talk to our grandma who lives across the ocean. It's the invisible glue holding so much of our modern world together. From global finance to your local pizza delivery, it's all tangled up in this massive digital web. So when that web disappears, it's not just an inconvenience, it's like someone pulled the plug on the 21st century. Now let's talk money. Because you know when the internet goes down, the first thing to scream is the global economy. Imagine Wall Street traders suddenly having to shout stock prices across a room. E-commerce? More like, e-commo no my business is gone. All those online stores, the Amazons, the Alibabas, the little Etsy shops selling knitted dog hats. Poof, no customers, no sales, no money changing hands digitally. It's like the world's biggest shopping mall suddenly boarded up its doors and windows for a week. The numbers are staggering, folks. We already see massive losses from shorter, localized shutdowns. For instance, government-imposed outages in just 28 countries, lasting nearly 89,000 hours, cost the global economy an estimated $7.69 billion as of early 2024. Can you imagine a shutdown foray? We're talking trillions, not billions. Financial transactions would freeze. Banks would struggle. Remote work, which so many companies rely on now, would simply cease to exist. Productivity would plummet faster than a celebrity's reputation after a bad tweet. Think about every business that relies on cloud computing, digital supply chains, online advertising, or just simple email communication. Okay, so the money's gone, or at least hiding. What about just talking to each other? You know, that basic human need. Well, a week-long internet blackout would throw us back to an era many of us only read about in history books, or saw in movies where people actually wrote letters, with feeling. On paper. Your WhatsApp groups, silent Facebook Messenger, a digital ghost town, those urgent work emails, lost in a non-existent cyberspace. It's not just inconvenient, it's isolating. Imagine trying to coordinate anything, a family emergency, a work project, even just figuring out if your friends are okay. In many parts of the world, platforms like WhatsApp aren't just for memes, they're essential communication lifelines. For millions, it's the primary way they connect with loved ones, conduct business, and receive vital information. Suddenly, that lifeline is severed. You can't just text for help or video call your parents to check in. The silence would be deafening and potentially dangerous. Now let's get really serious. Think about healthcare. We're talking about people's lives. So much of modern medicine relies on digital infrastructure. Telemedicine, which became a lifeline for so many, would be impossible. Doctors couldn't consult with patients remotely. Access to digital health records, which contain crucial patient history, allergies, and medication lists, would be blocked. Imagine a doctor trying to treat a patient in an emergency without that vital information. It's like trying to defuse a bomb with the instruction manual written in invisible ink. Coordination of medical responses, especially during widespread health crises or disasters, would be severely impaired. Hospitals use the internet to share data, manage patient flow, and order supplies. Without it, healthcare professionals would be working with one hand tied behind their backs, possibly leading to tragic consequences. Research, collaboration on new treatments, even the basic scheduling of appointments, all would suffer immensely. The digital backbone of our health systems would effectively be shattered, impacting patient care in ways we can barely comprehend. Section 5. Society on edge. When the information highway closes, so the economy's tanking, we can't talk to anyone, and doctors are basically working in the dark. What does this do to society as a whole? Well, when you cut off the main source of information for billions of people, things can get a little tense. Imagine the anxiety. No news updates, no official announcements filtering through your social media feeds, no way to verify rumors. Misinformation could spread like wildfire, but this time through word of mouth, old school style. making it even harder to debunk. This absence of reliable information could easily lead to social anxiety, and in some cases, public unrest. People would be scared, confused, and desperate for answers. When official channels are silent, unofficial ones, often less reliable, take over. It's a perfect storm for fear-mongering and panic. Governments might struggle to disseminate crucial information or maintain public order without the usual digital tools. The trust between citizens and authorities could erode quickly in such an information vacuum. Section 6. Been there, done that. A look at real-life shutdowns. Now you might be thinking, a global shutdown for a week? That's a bit much, Trevor. Surely that won't happen. And hopefully you're right about the global part. But internet shutdowns? Oh, they happen. All the time. Governments around the world are getting quite fond of that off switch, often in response to political unrest or what they vaguely call security concerns. In 2023 alone, a record 283 shutdowns were documented across 39 countries. India, bless its tech-savvy heart, leads the world with a staggering 116 shutdowns in that year. These aren't just minor blips. Take the Manipur shutdown in India. It lasted 212 days, from May to December 2023, affecting 3.2 million people. Imagine nearly 7 months without reliable internet. The economic cost of these outages is immense. In 2023, service interruptions in India cost an estimated $585.4 million, affecting 59.1 million people. Section 7, the big red button, why governments go dark. So, why do governments hit this digital kill switch? It's not like they're just trying to give everyone a much-needed break from social media, right? Though honestly, sometimes that might not be the worst idea. The most common reason cited is, surprise, surprise, national security. This is often a catch-all term used to control civil unrest, protests, or political dissent. If people can't organize online, can't share information about demonstrations, or can't broadcast what's happening, it's much easier for authorities to manage the situation, or so the thinking goes. Another, perhaps more surprising reason for shorter, localized shutdowns is to prevent cheating during exams. Yes, you heard that right. To stop students from Googling answers, entire regions sometimes have their internet access cut. Globally, this practice has collectively cost over $400 million. It's like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut, or in this case, to stop a few sneaky students. It shows how governments can prioritize control over connectivity, even for reasons that seem disproportionate to the impact of shutting down the internet for everyone in an area. Restricting the flow of information during sensitive periods like elections or conflicts is another major driver. Section 8. Escaping the Matrix, sneaky ways around the shutdown. Now, when Big Brother decides to pull the plug, do people just sit there and twiddle their thumbs? Of course not. Humans are resourceful, especially when you take away their cat videos. So, naturally, folks have come up with some clever and sometimes not so clever ways to try and bypass these internet restrictions. It's like a digital game of cat and mouse, or maybe cat and no internet so I can't see the cat. The most well-known tool in the Digital Escape Artists Kit is the VPN, or Virtual Private Network. VPNs are like secret tunnels for your internet traffic. They encrypt your connection and mask your IP address, making it look like you're accessing the internet from a different location, hopefully one where the internet is still flowing freely. Then there's Tor, the onion router, which is like a VPN on steroids, bouncing your data through multiple layers of encryption and relays to make it super hard to trace. It's popular among journalists and activists in repressive regimes, but it can be slow, so no HD streaming during your daring digital escape. Secure messaging apps that offer end-to-end encryption like Signal also become crucial. While they might not get you full internet access if the whole network is down, they can sometimes work when specific platforms are blocked, and they ensure your messages can't be easily read by prying eyes. Section 9. After the silence, why we can't take connection for granted. After imagining a week of digital darkness, what's the takeaway? Besides stocking up on board games and maps, our internet-connected world is incredibly important and fragile. It's a lifeline, workplace, school, and public square. Internet access is central to exercising other rights. Governments switching it off highlights power imbalances. It raises questions about accountability and oversight. Internet shutdowns can cause immense harm. Legal challenges are a step in the right direction. This week without the internet is a stark reminder. It forces us to confront our dependence as a global society. We need resilient systems and policies that protect internet freedom. Being disconnected is a form of exclusion with profound consequences. Imagining a world without the internet isn't about fear-mongering.